It's Miss Alana working on math, being awesome and amazing, and getting smarter and smarter every day. And I know you are too, because you've been working so hard. I'm so proud of you. Today, right now we are working on our math assignment for the day. It is Monday, December the 5th. Make sure you have your sheet so you can get these done. All right, we are on the front side, at the bottom, on the right, almost done with that front side, working on fractions. Let's begin by reading the standard. Either read with me on your paper or on the board. It says number and operations fractions. Use equivalent fractions as a strategy to add and subtract fractions. MGSE 5 and F1. Add and subtract fractions and mixed numbers with unlike denominators by finding a common denominator and equivalent fractions to produce like denominators. All right, are you ready to begin? Let's begin. Now, I didn't draw it. I made your fraction bar on your sheet. I also gave your fraction bars to you today. Now, some of you all, I think, left it in the classroom because I saw some extra ones on the table, on the floor. That is not a good thing for you to leave your tools. I gave you this as a tool. Yes, it's a tool. It's a tool. It's a resource for you to use to help you with this problem and to help you learn more and practice more with fractions. So you need to make sure that you have that with you, okay? Now, so you have your fraction, and if not, you have your sheet. What? I think some of you left your sheet. You better be doing the problems on a piece of paper if you did. You have it on your sheet if you don't have your strips. And if you do have your strips, you are welcome to cut these out and work with them to help you with the fractions, okay? Let's look at the question. It says, add and subtract the following fractions. Use the fraction bars to help you make equivalent fractions to add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. All right, so real quickly, let's look at the problems that I gave you to work on. I have 1/2 plus 1/4, 1/3 plus 1/6, 1/2 minus 1/4, 5/6 minus 1/3, and bam, and there's my phone number right there. So if you need any help, if you're still confused, you can give me a call or text me, but not while I'm recording the video, so I can go ahead and post these if you need help. And, well, I don't need to show you the YouTube channel or videos because you already know because you're watching it right now. Now, when we look at fractions, a fraction has two parts, the number on top and the number at the bottom. What do you call the number on top? We call that the numerator. And the number at the bottom is called the denominator. So the number on top, the numerator, tells you the number of parts that are shaded, or the number of parts there are that you're using. And the number at the bottom, the denominator, tells you how many parts in that whole, okay? Now, what's different about fractions is you can't just add and subtract. Is that my phone? Is that my phone? You can't just add and subtract, okay? You can't just add and subtract. You can't just do 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 4 is 6. It doesn't work like that, okay? These are not whole numbers. You can't just do that. So that is why I gave you your fraction bars to help you make equivalent fractions. These fractions have to be the same part. You can't do 1/2 and 1/4. They're not the same size pieces. So you can't add them together, okay? We have to make them the same size pieces, okay? So let's look at that first one. 1/2 plus 1/4. And I don't know if this is going to fit. I need to make it smaller. Let's make that smaller. All right, right there. Do you see that? 1/2 and 1/4. Where is the 1/2? Right here is 1/2. And where is 1/4? Right here. So they have different denominators and they're not in the same bar. So we can't just add those together. We need to make them have the same size pieces. All right. So the question is, are we going to make them into halves or are we going to make them into fourths? Now look, can I make 1/4 into a half? No, it's too tiny. But can we make 1/2 into fourths? Yes, we can. So let me show you what I'm going to do. You see that 1/2? Let's see. Look, do you see that? Bam, look, it's lined up. It's equal to what? 2/4. So you can either color that or you can cut these out. And you can color these if you want to, okay? So I'm going to write down here that 1/2 is the same thing as 2/4 right there. Now, if I need to add 1 more fourth to it, so if I need to add 1 more fourth right here, so here's the 1/2 and 1/4, what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3/4. And now we can add, look right there, 2 plus 1, oh, hold on, equals 3/4. All right, got that? Let's look at the next one. Erase, 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 erase. 1/3 plus 1/6. Where's 1/3? 1/3 is right here. And where is 1/6? Right here. We can't add those two together because they're not the same size pieces. Look, thirds are a little bit bigger than sixes, okay? Can we convert them? Yes, we can make them into equivalent fractions. So are we going to make thirds into sixes or sixes into thirds? Well, we can't make this 1/6 into a third because look, it's not big enough, but we can make that 1/3 into what? 1/3 is the same thing as, bam, look, 2 6s. Do you see that? Look, same size. So let's write that down. 1/3 is the same thing as 2 6. Now we need to add 1/6 to that. We can easily add that by coloring this in. So we have the 2 6s, which is 1/3, and 1/6 equals what? 3 6. Look, 1, 2, 3. We have 3 6 pieces. Now here is a challenge question for you. Do you see anything else on your fraction bar that is equal to that 3 6? Do you see? What do you see? What piece? Bam, right there, 1/2. Do you see that? Do you see how 3 6s is equal to 1/2? So let's write that down here at the bottom because that's actually how we simplify, how we reduce that fraction. 3 6 is the same thing as 1/2. And you notice, look, 3 is half a 6. Huh? Bam, bam. Blew your mind. Yes. All right, let's look at the next one. Now, the next two are subtraction problems. So let me erase all of these. All right, let's look at that. What am I doing? No. 1/2 minus 1/4. All right, so where's half? Half is right here. Now, can we take 1/4 away from that? Can we take that away from that? Well, you can. What would be left? Can you see what's left? Huh? Can you see? Look. Look. If I take that away, look, that's what's left, 1/4. Now, let me show you how to convert that into equivalent fractions. 1/2 is the same thing as what? 2/4 right here, right? So let's write that down. 1/2 is the same thing as 2/4, and we've done that. Look, we did that already. Okay, so you should already know that. If I subtract, if I take away 1/4, I'm going to take this away. What's left? 1/4. That's what we have left right there. Okay, thumbs up if you got that. Very good. All right, on to number 4. Number 4 says, what does number 4 say? It says 5/6 minus 1/3. So let's shade those in. 5/6s. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And 1/3. Where's 1/3? Right here. And I'm sure you can already see. Look right here. I have this. I need to take away this much. Would be that right there. Do you see that? So are we converting them to thirds or sixes? To sixes, okay? So I have that 5/6 minus, you see this 1/3 right here? Where is that? That's the same thing as that. That 1/3, actually, you know what? Let me just do this. That 1/3 is this right here. So we're going to take this away, X that out, and what's left? 3/6, okay? And as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to show you something. So that is 5/6 minus what? 2/6 equals 3/6. Now, hold on. Look at that 3/6. You know how to simplify that 3/6. What is that? It's the same thing as 1/2. And let me do this. Let me undo what I did. No, why am I erasing? I don't want to erase. I want to highlight it. If we take off that 1/6 from here, that 2/3, 1/6, 1/6, do you see this 3/6s right here? Look, it's the same thing as that 1/2 piece. So we can simplify that to 1/2. Bam! So that is one way, well, a good way to add and subtract fractions using your fraction bars. If you're still confused about that, go ahead and watch the video again. Watch the video again. Cut your fraction bars, cut your strips, and practice making equivalent fractions. Practice adding them together. Practice subtracting them together. The key is to make them have the same denominator. Remember, they have to be either all halves, all thirds, all fourths, or all sixes. All right? So we're done with that one. Find the other videos for the next problems. Love you.